They update us on what's being listed, what's going on, and I love to see the progression that they're doing. They're getting way better at letting the community know what's going on with VVS Finance. And I'm going to give you a breakdown of how I feel about VVS Finance, where price is, and much, much more. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and I'm going to continue to bring this VVS content to you guys. As much information as I get, I'm going to put it out there because now is the time. If you do plan to buy any cryptos, now is probably one of the best times to get into it because we are in the bear market, guys, and bear markets are where millionaires are made. So let's get straight into it. But before we do, I gotta let you know, I am not a financial advisor whatsoever. This is just my personal take on things, my personal opinion. So please consult the financial advisor before going too deep into the crypto space. Now let's get straight into it. VVS Finance, where is price today? So currently I'm on coin market cap and we can see VVS Finance is barely in the green. Well, now it just went to the red, but I'm not going to count out them zeros. We know it's less than a penny and we can see market cap is at $75.5 million and that's ranked 280. Volume is down 26%, coming in at $148,000 and that's ranked 1500. So I like to see, the market cap still up there. What I do want to see more of is the volume because it is a lot of liquidity locked on VVS. And my personal take on things, I think that's just showing that a lot of money is still from, those initial liquidity providers. Now, we can use bubble maps to actually see. I'm not going to go into that today. I might do that in another video, but we can see who's holding this money, and I believe this is pretty much all of the first investors in this thing. I think these are the big investors, the institutional investors who pretty much put their money behind VVS and plan on providing for it for the long term because it's so much money locked on there, but it's not a lot of volume being pumped. I believe it's 100 million plus, and we're going to look at that as well. But $100 million on the blockchain, but no volume, and it's less than 200,000 volume is kind of wild. But I still love to see VVS in this position. Like I say, they continue to update us. They gave us the flawless liquidity, and we're going to talk about that as well. Let's go over here to the right side of things. And we can see the flawless liquidity beta is live right now. So what is the flawless liquidity beta? We're going to talk about it. So you can experience a new trading revolution with features that supercharge efficiency and maximize capital. So let's read the Medium article real quick and see and go in more in depth of what flawless liquidity is. So let's take some looks at the key features of V3. So multi-tier fee for swap and traders. In VVS Flawless Liquidity, there will be 4 different trading fee tiers. So we can compare it to V2's that's 0.03. Well, the trading tiers are 0.01, 0.05, 0.3, and 1%. It's worth highlighting that every token pair has the potential for a liquidity pool with each fee tier. Nevertheless, asset pairs are likely to lean towards the fee tier that better matches incentive for both liquidity providers and traders. In brief, the various fee tiers serve the purpose of finding a middle ground for traders and liquidity providers, enabling traders to access the lowest fee tiers while motivating the LPs to provide the maximum liquidity possible. So this is going to be big, man. They added this new feature. We can see, the difference between, okay, V2, you're trying to trade 1,000 USDT to USDC. Well, at first it was 0.05 or 0.25 rather, and now we can see with the V3 is 0.01, and that gives us more USDC. So this makes it better for the traders, and also not only traders but the liquidity providers have an incentive to provide liquidity to the pools that are actually being traded, and it just raises those fees so they can get more money for providing liquidity to the actual platform. So capital efficiency, by concentrating their liquidity in V3, LPs can provide the same liquidity depth as V2 within specific price ranges without putting the same amount of total capital at risk. The capital saved can be held externally, invested in different assets, staked elsewhere in DeFi, or used to increase exposure within the specified price range to earn more trading fees. So like I said, this flawless liquidity will enable us to not only save more money with trading, but for the liquidity providers to actually have an incentive to provide liquidity to those pools that need it. And this is going to be big, man. I can't wait to see. It's already out actually, but you can go and test it out. Test out the V3, the new upgrade of VVS Finance, and that's going to be big. Now, a lot of more things happening in VVS. So we can see, hey miners, the Catch and Win will be launching their KCH on VVS Finance on October 12th. For more details about the IGO, check out the Medium article. So it's always something new going on with VVS Finance. I love to see them bring even more cryptocurrencies to trade on the platform, and that just makes it so broad. And that's why I like VVS, because it's a variety of different cryptos that you can go in there and really start trading ASAP. And it's some of the most popular cryptos, in my personal opinion, are on VVS, and they allow you to trade these. If we go to any other DEX on Chronos blockchain, it's not a lot of DEXs out there right now that you can trade different cryptocurrencies on, especially the popular ones. We're talking about the Bitcoins, the Ethereums, the AVAXs, the Solanas, things like that. You don't have those on other DEXs. So VVS Finance is still the top DEX in the Chronos blockchain, and it's also one of the top DEXs around cryptocurrency just based on total value lock. Now, let's get to a new token listing, Iris. Swap Iris on VVS Finance. This is the Iris net. So I'm not sure what exactly Iris is, guys, but you can swap it on VVS now. And like I said previously, they're just adding new and more up-to-date cryptocurrencies that you want to get in and start trading or buying and holding, or whatever the case may be. You can get those now on VVS Finance. Now we go to DeFi Llama. We can see on Chronos is $285 million locked right now today. And we scroll down, VVS is still the top crypto protocol on the Chronos blockchain, coming in with a total value lock of $122 million. Now the 1 minute change is, down 1%, almost 2%. But I love to see this for VVS, because $100 million locked on the blockchain, or on the protocol rather, is very, very big. Now, I do say this might be, from investors, the big investors who provided liquidity from VVS, because we know that price absolutely tanked. Once upon a time, it was $3 billion locked on VVS. Now, do I think it can get back to that? Of course I do. I do believe Chronos will, I say on VVS, but you get what I'm saying. It was $3 billion locked on Chronos. But do we have some work to do to get back to that $3 billion? Yes, we do. Is it possible? Yes, it is. We know in the bull markets, people are FOMOing in. They don't care what's going on. They don't even read white papers. They just FOMO into whatever project pops up, because they're trying to make those gains. And Chronos is really building it out, the entire blockchain, to where they're giving developers the foundation they need to succeed in the bull market. And VVS is still, the flagship DEX on the Chronos blockchain. So I think they're going to continue to make sure that VVS thrives. And that's why I'm still bullish on VVS, because I think, the big institutions, the big money behind VVS, they don't want it to fail, because it will make it look like Chronos fail as a blockchain, with it being the first DEX on there. So I think they're going to push VVS and make sure they succeed to all aspects of their protocol, and they continue to update us on what's going on. They continue to update us on everything that's being developed on VVS, and these new developments are very bullish. So that's my video for today. CryptoTro, some short and sweet, but had to let you know about what's going on VVS. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out my VVS Finance playlist. I'm out of here.